Hey everyone, welcome to a new video, welcome to my channel. I have another Shop My Stash for you today, and I just thought that I wouldn't go on camera for the intro and the outro and just get straight to the point and get to the products that I was using in May and what I will be using in the month of June. And there's going to be a lot of changing around because some of these products are now used up or are nearly used up, or are about to. Yeah, there's a lot of changing that has to happen. So that is why I thought we would just get straight into it. Let's see what I was using again in the month of May, and then we'll talk about what I will be using in the month of June. So let's get started with what's in the drawer right here. There were a couple of face products as usual. This is the section that I change up the most. Let's start with what I used up. My aim was to use up the Dream Cushion foundation this month because I had had it open for a while and I didn't want it to expire. This is one of those cushion foundations, and this is just something you can use up very easily because it doesn't come with a whole lot of product, and it also had already been used, so I knew I wouldn't be able to get a lot of wear out of this, but it was okay. And then we have the One Drop Coverage Concealer by Catrice. It's gone. I can't get anything out of this tube anymore, even though you can't really look through it, so it's a bit difficult to tell whether it's actually gone, but the little dropper just doesn't pick up any product anymore. It was so hard to use in the end, I've decided to no longer use this. Then some other products that I've also decided to no longer use are my two mascaras that have been in here. The You Better Work mascara by Essence was pretty okay. It's not my favorite, but it got the job done. It's just my issue with Essence mascara is that you can only use it for a few weeks before it dries out, and I'm feeling this has gotten too dry. The Catrice one is still one of my favorites. I use this as like a waterproof top coat for my mascaras, but I've had this in here for months, so it's time to stop using that. So those are the products that I will no longer be using. Other exciting news. Last month I hit pan on the Benefit Coralista blush, and I was able to expand that pan quite a bit. So I'm very happy with that, and I've decided to keep that blush, to keep the blush in here to see whether I can use it up. I don't think I will, but... and then over on this side, where I keep sort of like my primer stuff, I always use the same cream colored eyeshadow to set my base with. And I'm not sure if you can see that, but there's a nice little like edge here where I've also hit pan on this eyeshadow. So this is also very exciting news. This is going to stay in here too. And then for the other products that are in here. Primer spray, I'm not sure if you can see, but it only has this much left. So we're making good progress on that. And then all the other products in here are mainly face products. I put a perfume in here that I just didn't really remember how it smelled. And I've been loving it at this actually. This is Givenchy Play. And it's, I don't know why, but I had this and I wasn't wearing it much, but it is a good one. I do really enjoy wearing it. So I'm going to keep that in there for a bit. The bronzer I was using this month is Anastasia Beverly Hills Rosewood Bronzer. And this is what it looks like. This comes with 10 grams of product. And the only thing I need to do with this is like a dip of my brush, because the minute I get too much product on my brush with this, it starts patching up. It's very difficult to blend. But if I use a very light hand, it's perfect for this month. It does come with a little bit of a, I don't know, instruction on how to use it well, but that was a bronzer I enjoyed. It has a reddish undertone, so it's perfect for like the spring, summertime, but I have another bronzer I want to try, so this is no longer going to be in here. The powder that I was using is the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powder in Diffused Light, and this is what that looks like. Again, that dip has only gotten bigger. I use this every single day, and yeah, this is a really good powder, so again, I hope to use this up someday. And then we have a highlighter in here. This is the Pixie by Petra Glowy Gossamer Duo in Subtle Sunrise. And as you can see, I used both sides actually. This is more of like a champagne. This is a peach. I really wanted to try the peach side this time round because it's a little bit too dark for me in the spring, summer, or in the winter time when I was first using this. This is my winter shade, and this is a great summer shade for me. I really like this. It doesn't look as dark on the face as it looks in the pan. The cool toned highlighter that I had, and I was very happy to have it in here, was Pillow Talk by Ofra. This is a very icy, almost whitish pink highlighter, and it worked really well on my complexion, especially the days where I was wearing more cool toned eyeshadow. This worked really, really well on me, so I was glad to have it in here. For a neutral blush, I wore this. This is the Kiko Shade Fusion Blush in Marsala. I really like this blush. It's one of my favorites, but I want to go in with another neutral blush this time around. And then I started wearing Coral Cove a little bit more towards the end of the month, and I do really enjoy this shade. It's very bright and intimidating in the pan, but it's actually not too bad once you get it onto your face. So it's really, really pretty actually, and it's a nice matte. So again, a good one, but I have other blushes that I would like to put into my stash for June. As you know, I don't really pick lipsticks and eyeshadow palettes before I do my Shop My Stash, but this time I might as well have done that for lipstick, because guess what I've been wearing? Oh yes, the Catrice Power Plumping Gel Lipstick. I do not remember wearing any other lipstick than this all month. As you will see in a minute, most of the eyeshadow palettes I was using were quite colorful, and then such a basic nude as this is such a great one. As you can see, I'm wearing this down so badly. It's starting to look a little bit gross actually, but yeah, I've been wearing this every day, touch it up if my lips feel a little bit dry. It's amazing. I love this lipstick, so I'm pretty sure it will make another appearance next month. And I almost forgot, because it was sitting on the top and not in my drawer, but this was the primer I was using this month. And even though there's still product on the side, the dropper stopped working for me like 3 weeks ago. So I've been like shaking it up and then applying the product, what is like on the pipette, just like rubbing it onto my face like that. But by now, even when I shake it up, there's so little product in here by now that that doesn't work anymore either. And it's a glass bottle, so I'm afraid that I've used up the amount that I can use up. So this is another used up product. I used it for the last time today actually to do my makeup, so that was fun. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 used up products, people. 5 in a single month. I think I did pretty good. Next step would be eyeshadow palettes, and you can see this was my purchase at the start of the month, and I couldn't wait to try this out. This is the Jeffree Star Blue Blood palette, and this is my first Jeffree Star product. I haven't tried anything else by him, and yeah, this is a really, really nice palette. If you're looking for a blue palette that has some neutrals to ground the look, and most of these are like a peach tone, and I think that peach and blue work really well together. You get some more like green tone blues, which work really nice to make like a turquoise look. And then you've got some like true blues as well. This looks black perhaps in the view in the camera right now, but it's actually a really deep navy blue, and I really appreciate that because I don't like blacks. But this was a very nice palette, and yeah, I have to play around with it a little bit more. I just did like 3 or 4 looks with it so far, but this is a good one. I'm very happy I got my hands on that. I wanted to try some more Juvia's. You saw in my palette video that I did earlier this month, or in May, as part of Everyday May, that I hadn't tried all of the palettes yet. A Freak palette is the one I tried last, and this was a palette of which I said, oh no, I don't know how to use this. The color scheme, like this color story, throws me off. Now that I've used it, I was able to pull 3 very distinct looks out of this palette. I went in with the blues and the greens and the yellow. I did one with like the cranberries and the orange, and then I did a neutral look with a pop of the purple on the lower lash line. Very stunning, and this is a great inner corner highlight shade. So in the end, this palette works out a lot better than I thought it would at the start when I first got it. The Tribe palette. Wow. Need I say more? This is a stunning palette. What is very interesting about this is that these 2 shimmers are more of a duochrome. So even though you might think, oh, this looks very bland, these 2 pull a little bit green, actually. So they pair well with all of the shades in here, actually. So this is a really, really good one. Very unique palette. I have nothing else like this in my makeup collection. Then I tried out 2 Anastasia palettes. I bought the Riviera when it came out in March. I don't know. At the end of March, I placed an order at the official UK Anastasia website to get this as well as the Prism, because the Prism is still available, but only on the official Anastasia website, it seems. I like this, but I do have to say that, like, I did a palette bingo with this, and it turned out to be, like, the most boring look ever. Once I started using the brights, I definitely had a lot more fun with this. I love the Anastasia eyeshadow formula, and I think these two shimmers here are absolutely gorgeous. I really like Cabana. It's like a very sort of murky yellow, like a pukey color. Very nice transition shade. So I do really like this, but it definitely is a palette that is perhaps trying to do a little bit too much, I think. And then the Prism palette, which after trying Subculture, I definitely wanted to have Prism as well, because they tend to make a nice little duo. And I was able to pull, again, some stunning looks out of this. I knew I would love Throne. That's like one of the best shades in there. And Dimension stole my heart too. So, good one. And in line with, I want to try more indie makeup this year, I got my hands on the Hasina 2 by Blush Tribe. And I've used this, and this is stunning. You saw me wearing this in some of my Everyday May videos. Oh, I'm a little bit in love with this. Very nice quality, very easy to blend. I definitely want to get some more Blush Tribe palettes when they come out with interesting color stories like this. Righty, so let's have a look at what we're going to be putting back into the drawer. There's a couple of things that are going to stay, like my brow stuff. Again, the brow pencil is about to be done. I only have like just a few millimeters left, but it's like the brow pencil that won't stop giving, it seems. And also my eyeshadow primer, I think, is on its last legs. I really have to scrape the sides of the tube to get everything out now and to be able to apply it. So I think by the end of next month, that may also be gone. Things I'm going to be sticking back in here that were already in here. The fixing spray, because I want to use it up. The powder, as I already mentioned, nice big dip in there. And yeah, I'm making good progress on that. And then the blush that I hit pan on, I just want to see if I can expand the pan more. It definitely seems to have a lot of product still around the edges, so I don't think I'll be using it up anytime soon. But I definitely want to make an effort, and this is one of my favorite blushes for the summertime, so I think I'll just keep it in here for like the next 2 or 3 months, just to see how far I can get it down. So then for base, I need a new base because that foundation is gone, and since it is the summertime, I like going in with something a little bit more lightweight. So I've got 2 options. The Essence You Better Work Tinted Day Cream, this came out in their new spring-summer range last February, and I hadn't really given a lot of a try yet because I knew I wouldn't wear something like this until now. So I'm testing it out right now. I think it may be too orange. It seems to be okay when it first goes on, but I think it oxidizes too much and it's already a little bit dark to begin with. So I don't think it's the best, but for now, I'm still testing it out. And because I was hoping, well, I wasn't sure whether that would work, I wanted to put this in here. Last year, someone recommended I buy this because I was a big fan of the Tea Tree BB Cream by The Body Shop, but that's been discontinued. So they recommended I look into the new Bourjois Healthy Mix BB Cream. So I finally got my hands on it over the winter when it was on sale. I just happened to come across it when it was like on offer. Picked it up with the intention of wearing it in the summertime. So if this ends up not being the greatest, I will switch back to this very, very soon and try that out because I haven't really put that on my face yet either. Since I used up my primer, I'm going to be using this primer now. This is another Catrice primer, and this was also new for spring summer. This is the HD Active Performance Primer, and I believe it's supposed to be like long wearing and waterproof. So I think this will be a great summertime primer potentially, because I definitely need something that makes my makeup last longer when it's warm. For concealer, I'm going to be trying out the Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer. So many people love this. I love the Born This Way foundation. I love the regular Born This Way concealer. So I have an inkling that I might be liking this too. And it comes with a boatload of product. So that is really nice. So that will be my concealer for the month. And then I also need a new mascara because I used that up, or at least decided that I can no longer use them because I've used them for too long and they've dried up and gone clumpy on me. I bought a waterproof version of the Paradise Ecstatic version mascara by L'Oreal. So I think that if I use that, I only need 1 mascara. So that would be lovely. For bronzer, I am going to be using this. This is the reason why I wanted to stop using the Anastasia, because I hear so many people talking great things about this Maybelline bronzer. I bought it when I was in the UK, but the shade was a little bit on the dark side because this is the medium one. So I think it will work best for me in the summertime, which is why I'm going to be using it and really testing it out in June. The other blushes I want to put in here are these two. I always want to put in an affordable option as well, and I decided to go with my Essence Very Neutral Matte Touch Blush. I found out this is a dupe for an Hourglass blush. No wonder I love it. And then for the Urban Decay blush that I'm holding, I wanted to use this. What's this called again? This is called Bang, and I picked this up over the winter time, but I like red tone blush on me the most in the summertime. And it's a blush shade that I wanted to try out in 2019. So here goes to nothing. And then for highlighter, I have two options. I wanted to use this more, the Annabelle Holo highlighter. This is in the shade Pegasus, and it's like a peachy pinky shift. So this will be my more like neutral, less intense option, you could say. And I wanted to go in with a gold, and I thought, why not go in with the OG Mary Luminizer by The Balm? This was one of my first real highlighters. Hands a really big dent. Maybe I can hit pan on this too. Definitely seems to have a little bit of a ring there in the middle. So I'm going to try and see if we can make this work as well. I haven't used this in such a long time. 2019 has definitely been the year where I go back to old favorites, and this would be one of them. So I can't wait to try that out again. So this will be everything that I am using in June. Stay tuned, because I will be back with you with a new video in a couple of days, because I upload new videos on Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday. So I hope to see you in my next video. I really hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, and I hope to see you in my next one. Bye!